and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festus 67's Workshop. Welcome to issue 97 of Build the Legendary Cyborg RoboCop from our good old friends over at Fanhome. Now, if you'd like to grab this and build one of these along with me folks, and who wouldn't, it's a 1/3 scale cyborg after all. Pop over to their website, there's a clickable link in the description below. And you too can have this on your bench. Let's have a quick scoot through this week's magazine. There you got the history of RoboCop of your very own, it says there. And this was the action figure from Kenner Toys back in the day. RoboCop Ultra Police. Looking rather beaten up there, isn't he, eh? Look at that. Be good if they did the battle damaged panels as well, wouldn't it? So you could just switch them in and out. I wonder. You never know. Collector's items there. It's talking about all the movie memorabilia that was around at the time. This is the second stage of our hand data connector. So be careful, folks, with the old Sharpie spike because it is a bit, yeah. You want the head from issue 1 because we're going to be putting in some of the joint discs and friction discs and etc. So we're going to be putting them in because we're going to be attaching the inner ball joint, closing rings, etc. on that just to tighten that up. And we're going to be assembling his head, folks. Yes, we're adding the head to it now. And we're going through this little cutout at the front of his head with the screws, folks, okay? So might be a little fiddly at first, but we'll get there. We'll see whether we can find a nice, easy way of doing it. And this is what it's going to look like at the end there with the old robo canister on there. Automation of the laboratory there in 100 years of robots. And this is, you know, all the lab tech stuff and gas mechs and things like that. And all the DNA testing equipment's all done by mechanical robot arms now. It's fascinating to watch this technology in the clean rooms with all the microchips and stuff like that being made. Vertical farming is a big thing now where it's all going indoors in massive, massive warehouses. And it's all been done and automated by robots. You also get automated feeding places now for livestock and stuff. It's fascinating technology. Aquaponics, it says, where the plants, they're literally are on trays that are dangling in the water and then off they go and do whatever they're doing. Unbelievable. From fiction to reality there, this is from the movie The Martian where they're doing all the advanced plant habitat programs, and it's coming to life nowadays, folks. So there you go. That's that magazine done, folks. So we'll put that to one side. We'll get all our bits and pieces laid out. We'll come back and we'll do a bit of assembly for you. Right, we've got all our bits laid out on the bench that we've got today. So that's for the neck and the head. We're going to be putting our spike together. So we'll grab this piece. Got a semicircular section there that is going to press into these two lugs. So we'll do that now. Grab those. Actually, let's get rid of that nub. Can't have that. I know it's going on the inside of the hand, but it's still there and it's like bothersome, innit? Can't have nubbage. So let's just press that in. Like so. And then run our finger along just to make sure it's conforming to the contour, which it is now. Done. We then got our spike. Luckily, it's plastic because, yeah. So that's the data spike. Got a semicircular key on there that goes straight in there. And then that goes inside the hand, okay? And what will happen, see, is that'll end up going in there like that, okay? And then you'll have both halves of the hand go together with that in situ. So it's going to be going in a later issue. So we'll put that to one side and we'll start doing a bit with the head, folks, okay? Right, let's grab his head and we're going to start now putting in this inner neck assembly. But this is the stage a lot of us have been looking forward to, innit? So we'll just demagnetise that because we don't want that to get damaged. This is the two halves of the head that we assembled way back when in issue 1, folks. And we're going right down in here today. Okay, so that's where we're going to be working. So we got the two discs. We got a large and a small that go inside each other like so, little friction blocks. And they're going to go right the way down in there. Okay, so shove them in there. I'm going to use my spudger just to line them up down in the bottom there. Just make sure them two cups are sitting where we would like them to be. It's not crucial at this stage, because once you start putting the joint together, they'll conform anyway, but I try to get them as near as damn it when I first do these joints. Especially this one, because it's the main head. There you go. We then want to put the ball and the upper panel in. So we grab the ball, and it's got a little woodruff key in it, if you remember, that it sits in like so. And then this has got a peg, 2 holes there and a single, and you can see right down there you've got a hole drilled. That's where we're going. But make sure you've got this little key in here like that, because that's the twist stop for his head. Okay, so I want to grab a screw rather than all of them. Let's grab one. Try and get a bit of oil on him, and then we can try then to get all of this started. Going to be a bit fiddly, folks. Kind of know that before I start. That's the first screw in. Not fully, but started. Again now, a little bit more oil. And then we'll go for another one. So trying to wobble them over the holes. That's the second one started. And again, you can always go back and adjust these as you need to. Another one there. And by powers of deduction, that's going to go down in there. There you go. Now that they've started, I can come back and just adjust this one to get him a bit more vertical in the thread section. There you go. And then we can just jiggle this, make sure the discs are lined up, which they are, and then we can now start going around and tightening these fully home. Try and get that as near as damn it vertical. Yeah. Right, there you go. And fully tighten these, folks, because if you don't now, when you've put his head on, you'll never be able to get back in here and tighten these. So make sure you get them fully homed. It may feel very stiff at this stage, but bear in mind you've got the weight of the metal helmet going on the top. And again, just get them to bite. Don't go too tight, because you are going into plastic and you will strip the thread out. So that's that joint done. Okay, I'm happy with that. Right, we can now put a screw on there and a bit of oil, because we got the difficult one coming now. We've got to go through that little rectangle at the front to attach this to the neck joint, and I've not been looking forward to this one, I must admit. I tend to struggle with these type of joints because I shake a bit. So I'm going to get out my gripper of screwness and put the other screw in there with some oil on it, just in case I need to use this to pop the screw in to get a contact. I might actually start with that. Let's see. Right, let's bring Robo in and let's start getting this together. And we are going through there into this. That's what I'm thinking. Let's try that one first. Nope. Yeah, he's in. Phew, I didn't think I'd get that. Not quite pleased with myself there. So let's find the second one. Get in there. Cool. So let's see his head on. Look at that. Yeah, we're happy with that. So that's robo canister on. And then we can now magnetise his head on, like so. Look at that, folks. That's the stage we're at, folks. Look at that bad boy. Oh, yeah, all day long. So there you go, folks. We have started putting Robocop's head on. There you go. So don't forget, if you'd like to grab this and build along with me, there's beautiful, beautiful Partwork. Head over to the Fanhome website. There's a clickable link in the description below. Pop. You too can be building this iconic Partwork. In the meantime, to help me out, give little Fester a click in the corner and subscribe to the channel. Really helps me grow the channel, keeps the content coming for you. Also, whilst you're there, ring the bell, select all. That way you'll get notified of upcoming content. If you're on the mobile app, please scroll along the carousel next to the thumbs up. Select hype and hype the video. Recommends the video out there to the people that may not have seen the channel. So, yeah, that really helps me out. So thanks so much for coming in and keeping me company. Stay safe and well. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye-bye.
RoboCop.